Nice to meet you. It's a good afternoon. My name is Han, and from the HQ of the Samsung Electronics from the Suwon in Korea, and it's very near city of the Seoul in Korea. And I would like to give you a talk about the bada platform at this session, because here I heard that the Taiwan is not a good selling status of the bada, as I know. So I don't know if you're very interested in the bada or not, but I promise that this is a very project and value of the platform than as you think, really. You see here, I just introduced at the first time. Maybe the older developers or the maybe related to the market, you really know very well. I'm a little bit confused where is the main page then. Maybe here is good to see that, right? Yeah. So it's a mobile momentum. Yeah, it's a mobile devices is coming into the smartphone world from the feature phone world. So everyone knows this is going to a big market and a big business area. So BlackBerry comes up 2001, right? It's from the and the 28, and the iPhone is coming up, and the App Store is coming up. So you guys all related to application development company or related to some kind of business with the content. That is very easy to get into the market. This is a big change, huge change for the you guys. As specific in Korea, the operator really have a power and blocked to for the app to into the mobile devices, because they have the power and they can have a closed the wall in that ecosystem is exists on the operator inside. So every developers in the company should negotiate the operator the first time and make the cut of the profit, because operator wants more profit, and you should dealing with that, their opinion at all of that. But it changed after that. In the 2010, the many of the platform is showing up, including the bada, Android, and before that, the Windows mobiles, later on. So in this market, just kind of the introduction more. Application is quite a basic content of the smartphone devices with the App Store. So application is quite a boomed up with the smartphone market. And it's growing 58 billion market by 2014. So it from the Gartner say that it should be growing up 58 billion dollars USD in 2014. It's a huge market. It's a very huge market. So everyone knows that, but still the Samsung market share, and some of you know that from this slide. Samsung take from the last year, only last year, our market share of the smartphone is 4% of the smartphone market, but it growing up to 10% of the market share of the smartphone last year. It's quite a huge increment just 1 year. We made it. That we firstly catch up the maybe BlackBerry, and then we gonna getting a win in that race, and going to gain grower and grower. And first of this year, and even the second quarter of this year, is predicted from the many of the research center, the Samsung going to be #1 manufacturer in the smartphone world. We got a #1 player, in the second quarter of this year, very early. It is very incredible. You think we started the smartphone market in earlier last year, or just a little bit earlier, but making a first one, the market share in the world. It's not funny, it's very incredible things. Something of the power of this. and having a newspaper is press a lot of things. Yeah, maybe with Android we getting a large market portion of the smartphone. Selling many of the devices is Android, and the other thing. And currently the news is that quite a predicted like maybe the Nokia is not having the good playing at the smart market recently. So predicted Samsung is going to be #1. The sale of smartphone at the second quarter this year is predicted from the press. Not Samsung's word, not my word, it's from the press. So, I saw the news, which is written at thecellularnews.com. They say bada is gaining real transaction across Europe. At the first time, we was coming into Europe at the first time. So we got a market share around 9% of the France. 8% of France, and around 3% of Germany, and 1 point of Italy in the first quarter. So, and what I said from the the research center guy said that it is kind of successful because most of the French people buying a bada phone, who was used to use feature phone. The first phone of the smartphone was a bada, 90%. It's very reasonable. At the first time, we having the power of the bada platform is that really adequate and very quiet, adapted to the low and mid range of devices the first time. We also having kind of devices like Wave and Wave 2, which is introduced Taiwan market already, but we having the other devices. If you see the global market, this is quite an important message. Global market with the 1 billion of the phone owner uses the feature phone still, but it's not gonna decrease because phone market is growing, and feature phone users, many of feature phone users coming into the smartphone, right? But still try to want to use the feature phone also. So feature phone, using of the feature phone is quite a remaining, and using the 1 billion people, and some of them very interesting about the platform. Last year and this year, first quarter, said that. And I wanted to say the bada is gaining real transition of the Europe. 90%, 8%, 3%, 1%. This kind of country at the very first time of this first quarter. So, you think bada has a contribution to the Samsung's market share of the smartphone? You think so? Maybe it seems it's very small, right? In an aggregation of all the selling status of this 4 is over, maybe 2 million or 2.5 million more devices selling, with this percentage. It seems maybe you think it's rather small, 2 and 2.5 million is rather small, but it is kind of contribution is more than 20% at the first quarter. We have a contribution to make Samsung, first manufacturer of the smartphone. We have to contribute 20% more on that. With this. This is quite an impressive status because other phone other phone maybe very precious, high spec of the device, they miss the market of some area. Maybe most of the segment is missed by them. So with this contribution, Samsung can make the first manufacturer of the smartphone in the world. I think you can argue with it, right? No? This is a fact from the press. Sir, I've checked your presentation. So what I want to say is that we try to extend the bada's market share, and the bada also is a functionality and growing up and a huge step to the kind of more advanced platform. So we have the plan to make the flagship devices of the bada in a bada's lineup, and the platform is getting improved in the functionality. At the bada 2.0, we think we are almost catch up and competitive platform as well. So if some kind of services application is co-work with here in the other companies, third parties, it's going to be very fast, be the very competitive platform, make the value, the share the value with you. So if you join and sharing our value with our platform and the ecosystem, it makes kind of the good and a big step of that. So for that, we made about a 2.0, and it will be going on the on the way up. So 2.0 means we're gonna project to be published 3.0 and 4.0, and also we the Samsung Samsung is a power to make just for 1.5 years make a #1 smartphone market share, and push the bada platform to the market with the global chain of the selling, and you share the value of that. Someone who have the really good eye on that and finding a value on the platform, that really great chance make you growing and show your value and the imagination to the world. So for that, I want to introduce at the first time from the picture of the from bada 1.0 to bada 2.0. I think you can enjoy with these features. Maybe you're really familiar with this, but something is on the bada platform. So I'd like to catch up this. So wave devices, I think this is wave 1 devices features. Yeah, this is quite good with the Super AMOLED at the first time. Yeah, it's almost same like Galaxy S. Yeah, this is Wave phone, and this Wave is brand. Wave family is some kind of the brand of from middle to the low end, but just Wave 1 and 2, maybe going to be 3, 4, 5. That we're gonna be the high, almost kind of mid to high spec devices. That means some of Wave devices going to be flagship. Flagship means of Samsung is that going to big marketing and the big devices value added there, and it's gonna be quite of the good selling thing like that. So this is introduced the Wave. All that the same as all the features is that sensors, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cameras is good. Yeah, so it's just a simple information, because the bada means not a from very on the side of the OS to framework. It's not that. Bada is cut off from the independent layer. So what it means, bada is designed like this concept at the first time. Yeah, surely we need a very effort to moving on to maybe to some kind of other device like maybe the TV or something. Some other devices need a very hard effort to porting it, but it's possible because we cut off the layer on that. But bada only having a service and framework layer, don't care about the underside of like device drivers, and some basic functions is not included bada. It means we can move on. You can write on some kind of other platform or other devices. It's designed that at the very early of the first time. So it's now we are having a kind of some little layers, but it could be changing and it could be very impressively and a power up beside on that. So I like to say bada is kind of layered, and we featured of these two subs and framework, and you can move to the design to move to another platform devices and under something on that. Yeah. So with that, we started bada 1.0 earlier last year. Yeah, the various UIs, advanced user interaction, but I think you are very familiar with it, like other platform. But at the start point, we are all equipped with all the features at the very first time, because we have many years of the platform. You think platform is not made up just for 1 or 2 years. We took more than around 10 years of experience with the platform. So with that experience, we built from the underside of the platform. We finally make the bada framework for sharing the value with you. Make the common API to make the application with UI. So we have the UI controls, user interaction of the sensor, the face recognition API. We provide like several lines quite enough to implement the face recognition feature on your application. And multi-touch, sure. And the 1.0, and we provide the OpenGL ES 1.1 and 2.0. And the direct buffer access and various drawing primitives. Surely we provided it. Yeah, multimedia features same. The media player, recording, camera control, and PCM audio input and output, image decoding and encoding. Yeah, sure. This is very basic functionality. Yeah, data networking, socket, HTTP 1.1 and Bluetooth 3.0 and Wi-Fi, 802 and 11n. It's gonna be advanced with the trend of the mobile market. You will see that we catch the Wi-Fi direct at the very early time than the Android and iPhone and other platform. Because Wi-Fi, kind of the Wi-Fi functionality is very dependent on the hardware and the kind of the spec on the hardware side. Yeah, if you want to, direct, why I mentioned the Wi-Fi direct, Wi-Fi really to cooperate with hardware and the protocol and the platform. So the Samsung really have a good position to handle all the three kinds of way. So Wi-Fi is well implemented bada 2.0. So we started from the Wi-Fi, just Wi-Fi, and we're going to get the Wi-Fi directly and the bada 2.0. This kind of story and history is involved in bada. It means Samsung really needs to take care about and control of our own platform bada. It's not like Android and other platform. Maybe Apple could well, I know that, but the Samsung has also very powerful to giving a feature to our own platform very easily. Like that is result is kind of Wi-Fi functionality. So really good. So we do implement Wi-Fi functionality and the web browser. It's also WebKit based. As you all know, if you once or the just do with the web browser things, the WebKit based and multi-touch zoom and the OMA download we do. And at the 1.0 locale-based service we start on at the very first time, show the GPS and WPS Wi-Fi positioning system and map display. Sure, we are using now currently record the map. Map display navigation. You can use a Google Map if you would connect with the web with the Google, the version maybe 3.0 API. You can connect it with the server directly, but if you want to use very easily with the interior API, the map of the bada, you need to use a decorator. But it now means you cannot use the Google. But some inconvenience you have, so we still very try to effort to using the other map service with the web control and web API with it. So in about 2.0 and more on that, we try to do that. And landmark management is a POI. You can put the POI with the local and the server. We have a bada server. It means bada is closed server. It's only for the bada. It saving the landmark POI at the server for your application. So you can easily share the landmark. This is small, but if you use this, it's rather convenient because you don't need the server. when you want to just share the POI landmark with your friend on your application. And location sharing, it's the same thing. And we implemented in-app purchasing. Yeah, you need to share your item and your contents to the people. Yeah, so this kind of essential things, at the point of we start from the bada 1.0, we already implemented this kind of stuff. So you don't worry to the business model with it. And value-added service. We also care about the services. Many of the services is prepared inside of Samsung and not yet, showing up. But with the bada 2.0, yeah, you can see more the service of that. But at the time, bada 1.0, we started the Samsung apps. Yeah, this is definitely, you think it's a very, definitely essential things of the application setting apps. But this is quite a hard effort we need to make operate and making a app store, because it needs much of the cost and have a very low and have the take of the very legal issues, many of that. So, but Samsung have a really real and eager to make an ecosystem with the third-party developers. So with the many cost, we really want to well operate in Samsung App Store, application store, and we do and use as many of resources and effort to operate in Samsung app. So they are very working well with the Samsung app team. I think that this is going to be very beneficial with you. Social Hub, this is a messaging service just for the user, not the developers. But for this kind of services is coming up, and at the start time of the bada 1.0, we do with the social hubs for the customer use. This is same of the Android, but this is Samsung service. The Samsung really surely put our service in the bada. Yeah, Samsung Dive, skip it, and Samsung LBS, kind of things. Yeah, this is our introduction of the bada 1.0. This is a platform. Is a letter came up late than other platform, but it is started with kind of well prepared at the first time, and we do more on that with kind of mid-range of devices after that. We say the wave families, because maybe you are living in a kind of the country not support from I don't know, maybe you imagine that kind of country of the countries not having a lot of money, people, they need this kind of devices. So we sold many of the devices of these wave families with a little bit later, low spec than the others. But in a global market, you think of the emerging market, and your companies have any point of to selling your application to a global market. I think you should care about this kind of emerging markets devices. And then we also plan to provide ad service like put the advertisement banner or something on your application, and then this kind of device is selling to many of the countries in the emerging market, and we provided the ad service with this. You see the chance to where is the profit there. This is also kind of the other chance for sharing the value with you from the Samsung. So we always considerable with that. So with web families selling to the emerging market, many of the devices already they use, and they also still very interested in the web family devices. So if you want to get into the global market, Europe is okay. Just care about the high spec devices, but your context maybe, it might be good to the people who live in the emerging market. You should care about this. You put the advertisement and selling your application in their market. That could be the one of the chance to making a profit or doing something more. So bada 1.0, we started to support low range of the devices. So we put the auto-scaling UI. It's still inconvenient to develop, from migration from, the high resolution to low resolution. But this is our effort to show you the respect to the certified developer. Try to, make the latent cost a little bit down from that. So UI scale up down is supported from the auto-scaling UI and test the environment for bada app like remote test lab. If you don't have the devices, at the first time you want just a feeling from the real device, we prepared a bunch of devices on the lab some were placed in Asia in some world around. You can connect with the Altia server and you can use you can run your application in real devices and get feedback with the online. So it could be helpful, your application developing if you don't have the device. And HTTP streaming, sure. So many of real-time streaming needed from kind of VOD service or other service or the music or something. So we started providing HTTP streaming from bada 1.1. And the Wave 2 was coming up most of the time. Wave 2 is the same the spec of the Wave 1, but the screen is larger than that. In 1.2, we started to, we more realized that, developers wanted to develop more easily. So we started to provide kind of template. What it means, if you have the web content of the HTML or the Flash content you have, that for example, Flash developer don't want to know about C++ language much. And don't want to learn much of that on the platform. So if then Flash and wanted to put it, selling the Flash as your application, so we prepare the template. So put the Flash and control a little bit sound and something, or controlling a little bit about interaction. If you needed like maybe the Flash, sometimes you need the GPS data. That have to do that because Flash doesn't have the function to gathering the sensor data from the devices. So with the kind of MMI interface, which is provided from the Flash, use that it can be interaction, communication with the platform functionality, like getting the sensor data, something. So you just caring about necessary things only, then your Flash is working very well in the bada as an application. Application means as an application have a full functionality like application, even with the Flash, because Flash get and use the functionality of the bada platform on. So we provide the template and the way of the interaction communication with the bada platform. So many of the Flash application came up to the bada at this time, the bada 1.2. So if you have the Flash or the HTML content, you should interest the bada at the first time and the feeling, because it's to migration to the bada as a bada application from the Flash. So with a very last cost, you can do it and just selling more or just gathering the feeling with the Samsung App Store. I recommend you. Conditional app launch means app launch, based specific condition like time or something. And Wi-Fi EAP is started to provide because security reason. Now bada 2.0. Bada 2.0 is now in a kind of the closed beta services time. So maybe some of you want to, try to the bada 2.0. You can do with it with our developer side or contact with the local branch. Simon. So if you're interested in it, you can contact the local the employee of Samsung Electronics, like Simon and Karen and the members, you can working with Samsung bada 2.0 very early point if you're interested. So I want to introduce bada 2.0. What is it? Yeah, I will divide it at the 4: the application framework and communication, user interaction, and the web-centric application. So firstly, application framework. Multitasking. Yeah, we blamed with some of the Android developer who really enjoying the multitasking ability. As I thought, Android is too far free, which makes sometimes issues on that because it's very open source platform. Yeah, Android is still a good platform, but on the way of the multitasking is some users develop always getting a taste from the kind of multitasking platform like Android, and they always want to do a multitasking on the bada platform. Previously bada 1.2 we provided kind of partially multitasking. It means not actual multitasking with the bada apps, but family of the terms like native application, like camera and phone calls and SMS message and something like basic functionality already implemented at bada phone or Samsung phone also. The native application is working with other application in multitasking manner. But with the bada application, it's not running at the same time. Yeah, just one bada application can running at one time. But it changed to maybe 3 to 5. 5 is, we set the polish 5 currently is maximum. So 5 bada application working at the time if they not ruin memory map, they not over exceeded using the resources. So as far as we can afford that as a memory or the resource and something like that, then you can run 5 bada application run at the same time at the bada device. Since it's not quite a big issue, but we already caring about the user and developers' desire, what they want to do with the bada platform. So as a result, we provide the multitasking functionality. This is very easy way to provide multitasking functionality because always the platform having a function of the multitasking on their side, but we simply open up and set the polish for the developer and user because they needed it. So if you want something on the bada platform and have an idea for the sharing the value, make the value with our platform, please say to me or the employee with Samsung Electronics and or to me, and I will do best to moving our platform team and the other teams to working very well because my position is set the many of things get together and execute it at the real. So as an evangelist, I really want to do that because I'm very happy when the making value from this kind of stuff, kind of platform or your idea. Your idea is really important. Yeah, the brand identifications are really important, really. So the good team of you and maybe the genius one person having an idea and do with it. Yeah, surely I really positively do with you. And multitasking is started to provide supporting at the bada 2.0. It's a big change, we think. And we provide the application controls more. This is the way. Maybe when the person having any experience once using your Android really is to understanding, but other people not interested in Android seems not easy to understand that. But I will show you with some movie which is introduced at the MWC. Yeah, it's not a promotion movie, so it's a little bit humble, but please understand that. Yeah, when you click the image, right? Yeah, don't care about this, and click the image. Yeah, there is some kind of sub-option menu. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there is a menu opened up with two. This is application downloaded from the App Store. I mean, the third-party developer make an application to propose on sharing doing with the photo, doing with the picture. Like here, image edit application, handling the picture, editing image. Send the mail is the with the photo, sending the mail. So in a mail, attach the image automatically when you click the picture. So this is a third-party application. It's like Android intent. Yeah, I think Android related people really easy to understand. So when the downloaded application showing up when people, the user, click the picture or some kind of picture of things. So click the picture and showing the list of what application can handle this, which is downloaded from the App Store, which is developed the third-party developer of the company. So you can sell this kind of application also on the market. So we started to provide this functionality for that reason. So click image editing. It's another application is on the running, and you do with something like this way. Yeah. Sorry for some kind of blocking. Yeah, so next is communication. Yeah, push. Yeah, sorry for this, but push service will starting to services to serve for the third-party developer when the bada 2.0 come up. So if the application need to use a push, then please contact the employee, the Simon, and the current, the local, developers. That because not me, because I'm working in Korean. Yeah, so you can come to Korea, but this is rather close to you. So contact the Simon, the current, or the local branches employee of the Samsung Electronics. Then we provide you the push service plan. So we almost set the policies, implemented all the all the push service. So your business, your application is need to push. Please contact us and you need to push the service. Yeah, push is very simple. If just maybe the SNS service, kind of news broadcast service, to want to send the news to the people at the real time, and try to put the push message delivered to all your customers, like this UI. Yeah, something message is coming up when the push message delivered to the device, and kind of the badge. Yeah, you can put the badge on it. Yeah, and when the application running also pushes. Yeah, surely coming up. So we in this service maybe who familiar with the push service know the concept of payload. Payload is going to be we planned more than around 1025 characters. So maybe you don't need to worry about kind of the capacity and the function of at the first time of the push. So I think I want to use the push service with you if you want, and please contact us. And we started this service we planned with the partner at the first time, because push is very costly service, and we want to provide push service in very reliability manner, with a very relaxed manner. So please contact us. And the communication. NFC. NFC is a kind of a two-part of the things. I don't know who's coming in the operator. I'm not sure, but operator wants to really use a card emulation mode. But as a bada platform itself not provide the card emulation mode with the API, not open the API because like any other platform. But the other side about Java native application and the bada phones features, you can do the card emulation if you want. But the other way around, as an NFC standard, we provide read and write all. So it means with the RFID tag, you can read the data from the RFID tag with 4 centimeters far. You know that? You familiar with the NFC? 4 centimeters far is with a chip RFID tag. It's a limitation. Almost you should put the device close to the NFC device like this way. Yeah, almost this way. Very close. Have to close. That's kind of the hardware limitation. It's not going to change it. But the only exception is you can use very expensive RFID tag, but nobody wants to use that. So with that, think about that. If you want to use NFC, that you should care about kind of limitation as for the business. So anyway, we provide all the general functionality, which is allowed to the platform read and write. So this is quite enough functionality if you want to have a plan to use NFC. And the Wi-Fi Direct. And the platform like Android iPhone is not still supported, and at the bada 2.0 we will provide a Wi-Fi Direct mode. It's very hot issue because Wi-Fi Direct seems like very easy and convenient. Because you can't imagine that without no setting up with the hardware things like that. Don't need to bother about this. And connected with setting up with your owner's kind of the PIN number of the password, and other guys can join with the PIN number. Only with that number is they need to know. So don't have the bothering kind of setting up. Don't think about that. Just like a Bluetooth. Yeah, you simply kind of number to put up that's old connection. So as a developer view is that things is more convenient is a grouping. Grouping is automatically done by the underside of the Wi-Fi Direct because they have the kind of the competing algorithms. So one of them going to be owner automatically and getting owner power on that. Maybe other way they support it, but that's the grouping, the basic concept of Wi-Fi Direct. I don't know you're interested in it, but in a developer side, it may be not very interesting in these things, but surely the APIs make it a little bit easy to implementing it. So I'm also, as a developer, when I first think when a Wi-Fi Direct comes up, what's this advantage for the developer? But I don't think, but it is very quite impressive to the developer, but the user side, it's quite easy to use. So Wi-Fi Direct API is open up at the bada 2.0. So I rather recommend you try to use the Wi-Fi Direct and understand what is the Wi-Fi Direct. Why is kind of going to be a big issue with it. At the best plan or the best case with the Samsung is support and try to implement with the hardware spec and the protocol Wi-Fi direct TV and mobile devices. Maybe other devices coming up with Wi-Fi direct. It means all devices need to connect it with just simple typing the number, maybe 3 or 4 characters without setting up. So I think that things make kind of hard issues with all it. And also, you know, Wi-Fi is kind of improved with the speed side. So it is not faster than before, and protocol is going to be more hyper. I don't know much of that, but the frequencies and something is made of really high speed on the Wi-Fi network. So, you know, someday, I like to tell you as a developer, don't miss the kind of chance, the timing, get into the Wi-Fi direct related market. Maybe it's going to be getting a big chance, maybe with the Samsung. Yeah. You know, Samsung is a manufacturer, including many of different devices, which is available to connecting on. Maybe the Wi-Fi direct, maybe others. But Wi-Fi is already using Wi-Fi direct. You can see the Samsung devices. Many of the Wi-Fi direct praise and words put in the devices. You know what? Maybe the refrigerator can have a feature like Wi-Fi direct in some day. Maybe your application should be working with the refrigerator. Can't imagine? But I bet you can see very soon. Yeah, maybe not Samsung devices, but but yeah, I know many of the developers' company. But it's almost starting time. That kind of connection is almost starting time because it's a very. I think it's crazy, but you know, 10 years ago, when I was in the kind of lab in very ego kind of, cloud something and artificial intelligence, they all think about connection and think about end screen, think about how we do well with making infrastructure with the software, with the convergence something. And you know that this year the MWC, Eric Schmidt, pronounced that it takes 10 years from the idea to be realized in cloud with the services. It makes 10 years. So it spent 10 years to be a service zone because infra is getting advanced and take a time for all of the people can use it. So it's realized when you can see the friend and the families use that devices, then that infra make the kind of new services launching, not an idea and from the infra. So I really want to get a chance the infra is changing time. So Wi-Fi direct is going to be a hard issue, I think, because the time is really very soon is coming. Yeah, like as I said, refrigerator can put the word the Wi-Fi direct feature. Refrigerator is gorgeous, it's designed up and features, but Wi-Fi direct. Just think that it's fun. It's time, really. So I recommend you, if you have it available, have an idea with this many of devices, with your application or the business content whatsoever, with the platform is inside, of the things. Maybe it's kind of the history of the bada is the bada lead really thought that web OS is really coming up soon. So we really under considering of the web OS functionality like HTML5 and the JavaScript, and they kind of functionally making the change the world and the platform is going to the web OS because HTML5 and the web is quite enough to make application, but still not infra is not supporting up. But someday is infra and the platform can support that way. Maybe the web OS and the device computers kind of can be very interested in a higher area of the business. I don't know, I'm not sure, but take kind of the prediction starting with the 10 years ago. But as I actually say it earlier this year, MWC, that timing, I think it seems so, not far from maybe this year or maybe the next year. It changes so fast with the globalization. So I integrate the Wi-Fi Direct and other features like connection. So if you develop some kind of applications like as with a TV or the phone or kind of devices connection with the Wi-Fi something, and that make a more creative, creative showing of your idea, then please tell me. So maybe we can, maybe I can show you an application, maybe international conference or something. So that kind of things very interesting, and also, me and our team, and I think in the world and the market and the people's getting, having a, thirsty, want to taste of that kind of idea is seen from your application or the business's product. Yeah, so user interaction. Yeah, we provide array management. We heard that the developers are struggling with the resolution problem, so we really underside try to import to making easy to use, make the UI. Still, not enough for the developer. We know we always working with that, but we know so. So one of the effort is to make a layout manager, like it can set the related positioning of UI component, like below side it should put the footage, or the line in the center of the button always should be there. So when the resolution change, the relative position is not changing. Just when the resolution get bigger, and the button will going to be aligned of the center of the button. So regardless of the resolution change, that the button can be logically set at the same point, logical view. So this is just one of the effort for supporting that. Yeah, and started we are a bit blamed from the Flash Player 10 because Flash is very good contents. So far has been many good contents it developed at the Flash with the Flash 10, and the users want the desire to see the Flash on the web page. So other platform like Android supporting Flash Player 10. So we also decided to provide Flashlight 4, which means almost same as the Flash 10. So Flash 10 content, Flash can showing up with Flashlight 4, only having a very little limitation like street effect. So you can check with the specification on the website, you can check it, what is unavailable, but almost of the Flash content is not using 3D effect or something with a script. So you almost don't care about your Flash content should running on our bada platform. So once bada 2.0 is coming up and you have the Flash 10 content, so please consider your Flash content to put the bada market. And the lock screen, this is for just a user side. Yeah, Flash-based interactive lock screen, because you can use the Flash on the lock screen. So when the lock screen, so you can show the weather, and you can connect to the network and getting the data from your web server and showing your content on the lock screen. And the Flash is heavy. The ability to animation or some other way around. You can use the Flash function on the lock screen. Maybe many of the users want this functionality because they just a lock screen kind of really first page to seen by the user when turn on the device. So this first point, and if you implement the lock screen, they can help with your lock screen, gathering information, or enjoying your animation, or some kind of feeling from that. So flash lock screen we introduced at the bada 2.0. And OpenAL is not really proud of that, because OpenAL is kind of old idea, but this is simple. Just I introduce you because some of developer not familiar with this OpenAL. If they not have experienced the sound implementation, OpenAL is make 2D sound to the 3D sound, like make effect. Just a normal sound, and the handling with the OpenAL, the sound is coming to the left side, right side, the front and back and upside. So OpenAL, the library is ported up the bada platform and opened as an API. So with your 2D sound, if you want to just put the simple 3D effect, please use OpenAL from the bada 2.0. So each of the convenient to the developer, so we included OpenAL, especially game and utility application use it, and voice enabled. Voice enabled means just two ways. One is that recognizing your speech with OpenAPI. So several lines with your coding, the application can recognize your sound and change the string, change the text. Say hello, and hello is converted to the text. And other way around is text to speech. With the text, like text is put on the hello, and with the API with the several lines, they get the string and pronounces through the speaker with our API. So now from the bada 2.0, your application having a functionality to understand the sound of the human and speak with the human side from the text. So from the bada 2.0, as it do with it. I'll just show you just a simple demo. This is a sample application, and with the several lines. Hello.
Hi.
Sounds recognized and put the text high. So text message is coming up in this chatting screen.
Goodbye.
Say hello and goodbye. It's common conversation, Don't be other man.
Bye.
That was me and my colleague, and so our conversation is generally like that. Sorry about that. Hello and goodbye is part enough to work, core, right? So it's now I want to introduce the web application. It's a bit could be impressive actually for the web developers. The ones you have a web developer have in your company, or you familiar with the web technology like HTML5 and JavaScript, but surely JavaScript, and this is just web API standard. with those three, you can make application of the bada. It means you can handle with HTML5 and JavaScript, handle sensor data, location data in bada plus most bada functionality. So with this, just only HTML5 and JavaScript, then you can implement the bada application app from the bada 2.0. So as a web application developers don't need to learn the C++ language anymore for implementing bada application. So this kind of effort we are including and the embracing web developers into the bada, because actually HTML5 and the Java is quite a big stuff commonly, because we are going to get in a web technology era, and we also want to encourage the developer to developing bada application. So we provide this framework. We say this is an app application, so divided to separated from the C++ application. So we call it C++ bada application and bada web application. So now two kind of application exists in the bada. So web developer kind of having an interest in it, I think. So with that technology, they can implement application with it. Yeah. So this is bada 2.0. With this story like from 1.0 and 2010 August, 1.1 November, December, this year, later soon, the bada 2.0 will be published, released as soon. And more pilot point coming up. And this year also, yeah, devices coming up. Also it continued to the next year. And also bada platform also getting version of higher and higher, like 2, 3, 4, 5. And also better business software. And Samsung apps is open to 118 countries, the global coverage. Yeah. Yeah, money is very important. Yeah, it's various revenue share with advertising. Yeah, phone billing, prepaid card, cyber cash, which is introduced from the Simon in the next session. And advertisement service. I'd like to mention one more thing. Yeah, I'm not a Steve Jobs, but I like one more thing first. It's this kind of advertisement banner you can put with our bada API. So it also having a several like 10 lines you need to put add banners. And you can contract with the advertisement aggregator or something. So simply put API and you register your credit card with our advertisement service. Then you got the profit. I wanted to you interested in this ad platform things, because I want to say that we sold many of the mid and low spec devices to the emerging world. So if you once involved in the global market, you should be interested. Some of the application is quite of unexpected run on the emerging market. So I think it was try to translate your application in English and put in the global market. I think it can be bad. Yeah, so at bada 2.0 we focus on the make a competitive platform and more bada phones and better business support. This is our concept of the bada 2.0. So I'm in a kind of team to evangelist. So I really support to the better business software, and I really giving a pressure and the idea and your voices to the platforms and devices team. So wanted to share the value with it. Yeah, I think it is quite enough, but we have 30 minutes left, so we spend more time. Is it good? Okay. Yeah. Because here is getting into the bada with the developing side. So I just briefly overview of the development tools and how to use it in a very brief side of the bada. Because I like development application of software, so I'm very kind of the guy who like this. Yeah, anyway, the SKID is a key. It's a key of the development. You should get it, access the ability to the platform and make application with the IDE and SDK. So we adapt the C++ language. Okay. Okay. Can you set your mind in a development phase? Okay. Maybe the kind of the who as the role of the manager or the marketing or something is really support to hearing this, right? Okay, all you guys seems very okay. So I get into on the quick. And C++ and Eclipse is our base. Eclipse is kind of the IDE of the open source, and the C++ is language you can use. And we are at about 2.0 later. Later, the bada 2.0, we have planned to our IDE put into Linux, Windows, Mac, which is based on the Windows currently. So because many of the developer using Linux and the Mac also, so we plan to try to migrate our IDE and SDK put in that after the bada 2.0, because 2.0 is a lot of services coming into you, so we don't want to be shocked with that. So these things are a bit delayed for that reason. It's a joke. Nobody understands that. Okay, don't sleep that. My joke is very difficult to understand, so if you sleep, you can't get it. Yeah, anyway, the development process from start to design ended with the development done and testing and deployment is done. So now the development, the coding is not the all things of the process. Coding is may constant maybe 30% and 40% of the all the development process. So all the way around from the design and deployment, we really try to best support with the tool. Yeah, design first. Design, we like to try to use the UI builder. We really try to evolve, but as this sometimes a bit lacks the functionality of the UI builder, but is improved quite a lot and quite improved from the previous versions. So I think you can use it, and you can see its improvement at the time basis. So you can drag and drop the UI component into the screen, and you can use it. The groups could be changed because this is the bada 2.0. Not all developed is almost done, but not the UI is not seems quite finished. It could be changed. And the concept is the same. And all things is saved at XML file. So you can bring XML file to use your application. So it means definitely you can use different UI based on your wish, like locate. Maybe the Taiwan have a looks some UI, and maybe the application getting into the Korea or some other country, and it shows a different UI because simply bring another XML of the UI. That going to very well. And at the coding, we provided a template the first time, so you can make application in the library. So at the application side, I introduced the Flash and the web-based application, and some kind of things is a template is provided with the template. So you have a specific purpose of that. So you can use a Flash template and a web template something. So you can use it with simply. And with the C++, we have a little bit these two limit, not a limitation, but at the language have to make a body, all the body of the event code. So it sometimes is bother you. So we provide a kind of generating the way to make a body automatically with UI builder. So you can use with the UI builder. Okay. And at the building side, when you want to build your application, it's normally done with the default manner. So you don't need to setting the property much more, but you need to set just essential things like icons and splash screen simply, with the file browsing. So that's very simple. Just click it and choose that icon and splash it, and kind of essential things you need to put it, and simply done with the property by default. Already in it the property settings, so it's very easy to put icon and splash screen and just that. And at the building, it's also seems very simple to explain it, but just one click is enough. The build is built, and execution file is coming up. Yeah, this is we also following and try to put in your shoes, third-party developer, because think about the old days. When the building is also very not simple, you need to check the compile options and something. It's very hard, and even the Linux should be make a make file. It's quite difficult to setting up. So this is a mobile era. We should provide this, so we provide it. Just one click to build up is quite enough to make a building your application. And testing, I like testing. Do you like testing as a developer? See, developer, right? Are you a developer? Yeah. Do you like testing? Oh, really? Wow, same as me. This is quite hard to find with my same taste. It's not much. Actually, testing is very important, because you should sell qualified application, not just when your Sims is working out, it's not enough done. Just dig up function by function. You should well working. Then that's qualified to sell your customer for your branding. Okay, so surely we started to provide the emulator. Actually, we started with simulator supporting, but the simulator will be different from the device feature. So we provide emulated from the bada 2.0. Yeah, and also we provided as a default, we giving the way to simulate network, open gesture, and the multimedia camera, the webcam. So it implemented as can use in your laptop. So with the device, you can test this functionality. And we have an event injector, so you can simulate the event as easy, like a GPS data you can put, sensor data you can put, and calling situation you can put, and you can check the battery situation with the low battery, low memory, and sometimes terminated some unexpected reason, you can check with event injector. It is done with as other platform, but I think this is a lot better than other platform, because it is default. You know any other setting up with this, and you can test it with the emulator. So I think that this is maybe valuable if you don't have the devices bada at the first time, and also later on. And this is kind of service, just with this is simple. When you build in the run, at that time you choose just another things like not a run run with RTL. That is enough to run your application in the online lab, not your devices, which is prepared from the Samsung internal devices environment. So you can test real devices. It's rather slow, but you can test it, you can feel it from the real devices if you don't have the device. And yeah, you can should do with direct device testing with a wave. It's just simple connecting. Firstly, you should install the device driver, setting up just installing certification which provide us. Just put the file and click it and connect it. That's done. Run to the target. That's all done to running your application on the device. So it's very easily used on the targeting. So tools, yeah, this is a real test tools for your convenience. When you do with a target emulator and testing with some kind of UI sequencing, like put the edit box and put the number or something. But you don't need to do all the same UI tests every time. Just recording it and doing it automatically. So for that reason, for your convenience, we provided UI sequencer, recording it and play it. And unit test. Yeah, unit test. This is a real testing tool. Yeah, I think you all know the unit test, but I don't need to explain it. But simply, bada is well organized with the unit test. So function based of the function, you can test all the functions. So if you are kind of from the SI company, do you know that? Kind of the kind of company who especially to implement application ordered from other company. Yeah, that kind of company it is, right? That they really need a unit test, I think. Actually, I was working some year in some kind of Europe company. So one of the guy who working in a SI company and implement the application and show that all the functions got passed with the unit test, 100%. So kind of the people who is from the company order that application developing. So he cannot say anything. Oh, it's working well. So giving applause and giving the payment. It's very powerful, showing the with unit test. And also inside the link, unit test is quite a good tool. Yeah, but the functions, each of the functions working very well. As a developer, if you have your skill in Answer, I really recommend you to use unit test all the way around. Yeah, even if maybe the kind of modern technology like Agile, maybe some of you familiar with the Agile. Agile seems extremely used unit test. So we know the globally and what things developer want to, so this unit test tool very quickly. So it is provided from. And the code coverage tool is just a kind of simple purpose. So if you want to see what functions tested, how many percentage of tested, so you can get information from it. This is very simple tools we just provide you. And memory usage checker, checking memory usage, and performance analyzer. Maybe it could be competitive with other platforms too, because this is very small picture, but you can catch the real data of your application of the memory in the file and database and other way around. It means when you put the query of the database and from the starting time and to the end time and what memory is used for the transactions, what time it started, and every information is showed up with the performance analyzer. It could be quite convenient. When I was exhibit these tools in MWC, quite a big exhibition show in the world, and that kind of another kind of like, some company, very famous company who dealing with the tools, they very interested in it because that information is a little bit quite of deep information. So I think you can use these tools, making your application more, having a high quality than normal. So profiler is maybe, if you're familiar with the GNU tools, it is a GProf. I mean, you will finding how many times what specific function is called. We call this hotspot. This function is extremely used, maybe 80% of time this function is called, and taking on time, you should optimizing it for your better performance. So as a developer, I recommend you use at the last of the moment of your application developing, because optimizing easily ruin your architecture or your design of the software. I mean, software designing. So after that, you can check the hotspot and simply optimize what function is very slow, and you can take care of without thinking about architecture. Then it's not really anything, and your application performance is very well. So profilers implemented, and also other tools like potential bug checker, the static analysis tool, and really more tools coming into the bada 2.0 for your convenience. This deployment is very easy. Yeah, you can catch that? You can catch that? It's done to explain, I think. Click make package, it's zipped, that's done. Okay. It's done for the deployment. Register that to the cell side, and cell is that word is very beautiful, but it's not. You need the certification days, right? Everyone familiar from the iPhone App Store market, certification is quite a horrible time for the third-party developers, right? So, but for the users, you definitely need, as a think about Android market, that very open market is to corrupt and is to very horrible experience to the user, or sometimes your application binary or something execution file getting out in the market, blank markets, many side effects kind of things. So Samsung is want to take control of keeping your property with this certification process, and the apps market is rather the secure market we want to do it. So doing the Samsung apps, so you can sell your profit if your application is good at the market and with our platform. Yeah. So I mean the Samsung apps. Yeah. So it's a mobile app development processes, I think. Design and deployment. So this is I put this picture because as a developer we want to play around. Yeah, I'm not telling you. So maybe the bada is a rule the world and you should coming into the bada and you should do it. No, I won't tell you. There's many chances out there. Many of Angry Bird out there, right? And it could be chance coming into any of the position, any area. But only things I bet is bada is coming to that, the possibility and chance. It seems at the even Taiwan, I know it's not a good time with the wave devices, but the sims and the showing the stuff is not at all. Yeah, there are chances. Bada also have a very strong, big chances there. So I really wanted to keep your eye on the bada, even if not, directly. Now started the application of the bada, it's okay. But you should understand, there is a big chances coming up, and the Samsung have a power, and bada is the owner of the Samsung platform, and this is moved at the garden influence. So Samsung really have the wheel, the bada. But I want you to play around. Yeah, don't take it serious. Okay, lastly, in 10 minutes, I want the bada ecosystem because I dedicated the bada ecosystem. So platform, apps, developer support is the ecosystem commonly. So we also try to full support from with the developer and customers with all the three things: platform, app store, and developer software. So yeah, and global coverage, yes. And you do development application, registration and certification of the market of your apps and app sales. And this page, we should provide all the page for the developer technical content. We are now doing. So at the developer site, developer.bada.com. Yeah, developer.bada.com, you can check all the things. You can download the SK and video tutorial, blogs, API reference. So if you're not familiar with the Bada, please contact the developer.bada.com. As a developer under.com, as a developer after.com. So developer.bada.com, you can check it, all the materials, and it is lively updated with the kind of black tips, news, and some announcement. Be care of that. And helpful documentary tutorials, developer guide, application UI guide, if your reference is provided from the developer site, you can check it if you're interested in any of the features implementation and find the start point of the product. And most important thing, tips and samples also. Yeah, we have developer day and seminar lecture. We join for kind of this stuff. And showing the video lectures, English, Korean, so it's not Taiwanese yet. But I think that you all listen my word. The speaker is the I don't know, maybe the guy in England. How can I say it? Anyway, the guy from England, and I think his pronunciation is better than me, so you understand very easily. Yeah, forums, English, Chinese, and Korean. I heard that Chinese forum could be helpful to the Taiwanese, but I heard that a little bit supporting of the Chinese is not, not so fast and expected. So when I get into the HQ, I will push them the guys who are in charge of the forum. So these all three forums we think very important. And another forum we have we will try to answer your questions here. These all forums involved with our Samsung, so the guys, and you can get help it. And if you have a more idea on the closed offering as a partner, so we can open another kind of premium service, kind of one-to-one, question and answer board. You can open it. So if you're really interested about that and working with, and please contact. Yeah, also local guy. Yeah, you can mail me, but because the local manager is really well known the market of the locals and the use, and that'll be okay. Then we will open up the kind of service for you. I will support them. They will do it for you. And until I said it, and this is what I mean, one-to-one community service. We are not going to open it for all guys because this is one-to-one service, so it is very costly service. We prefer many guys on the world around, like Poland, England, and maybe some India and some area in China and somewhere around, world around. We prepare that. So this is costly, but as for the partner, so we have to support them. We made this service. You can help with this service, so please contact them. In the device loan program, this could be special. So if you also interested in bada, yeah, so you can loan the devices. And it's quite a short explanation. It's certification process we really try to done in the 7 business days, not including the weekend. We really working hard. Maybe some of tests is bit delayed. I reported, but I'll really try to best report. And if you have your voice explained for this process, please also contact me and around, and we will always try to put the message to them, because normally 7 days is true, but in some case it's very hard to decide these things is issue on the cultural things, or issue on the some very very sophisticated manner we need to dig out this really issue or something. It is not easy to find out, or sometimes some kind of a bug and defect is really untimely manner. It's suddenly showing up with some abnormal actions and showing up on the screen. Something is sometimes quite hard to find it because not generated regularly. It's really constant happen. That makes some real time. So please understand that. And if is not reasonable, have your voice, and please. So we have the checklist on the seller side. Seller side, seller.samsung.com, seller.samsungapps.com. So you can find it out, your checklist, before your applications got on the state of certification. Yeah. Seller.samsungapps.com. Yeah. You can Google link at the Samsung apps. And